Then we've got some exploring, nature, beautiful exploring, adventure, fishing and beautiful nature. The mighty Mtentu River runs along the northern boundary of the Imzikaba Nature Reserve on the Transkei Wild Coast. I'm told that about 5 kilometers upstream from the fantastic Mtentu Lodge, one of the Mtentu's tributaries makes a spectacular 18-meter drop into a tight, cavernous kind of gorge. They call it Swallowtail Falls, and they say it's really worth going to. And they also say it's easy to find. My suggestion, when you do go, take a guide with you. So I've stopped here just to rearrange my luggage a little bit. I think I've come about 500 meters and I'm pretty exhausted. I was wrong about the wind. It's fighting against me. But I'm going to be fine. This is so fantastic. There's a couple of fishermen on the side of the river, and besides that, nothing going on. The thing about trying to find Swallowtail Falls is that the 3-kilometer paddle up the Mtentu Gorge alone is worth it. It'll take up to 1.5 hours if you're not in a hurry. And if you can time it with the incoming tide, then it's a pretty easy paddle. Get going early while it's still cool, and make sure you're protected from the sun. These forests are amazing. It's like, I don't know, is this subtropical? I really need somebody to tell me what's going on. They're out of some kind of fantasy, you know? But they're rich, deep, thick, huge trees. The river itself is a reserve, so there's no fishing allowed. Not that all the locals obey the rules, but at least as visitors, we should. So I paddled upstream. It took quite long. It's already midday, a little after midday. And I've come to as far as you can paddle. I mean, I think this is the end of the river. You know, I've forgotten the directions that the guy told me. I don't know whether I'm meant to carry on from here or whether I was meant to take that fork off to the left at the big rock. I think I'm going to go back to the big rock because, yeah, I think there was something about turning off there. There was a gorge there where I heard what sounded like a waterfall, so maybe that's the way to go. And also it's getting late. I've got to be back on the river at sunset at least to get back. But I tell you what a place. The baboons are kind of like sentinels here. They were sitting there on the rocks and they threw rocks down. I wish I'd caught that. They didn't like me coming here. But what a place. I can't explain. I mean, I do on one hand wish I had somebody with me to tell me which are the famous palms and, you know, which mangroves are which, and give me some history of the place and stuff like that. But I'm just astounded. I mean, like a couple of kilometers up from the lodge, I did meet Sipo, a dacha grower, along the way. He was fishing and got his contact, so sometime we'll make contact with him. I really want to get into the dacha story as well. But man, you can just hear it's kind of like there's some rapids here. I mean, also the light is beautiful here. When it's out from the clouds, there are more clouds coming. There's a big storm coming tomorrow. Definitely going to bunker down tomorrow. Oh, in fact, I'm meant to going rock climbing tomorrow. Let's see. Wow. I'm going to show you the big rock. It's a famous big rock because that's where the kingfish evidently circle around in their spawning season. So the rock is coming up here. It's home to some Egyptian geese by the looks of it. Every time I pass it, they're there. I don't want to disturb them too much. You can hear there's the waterfalls right here. That's why I thought maybe the waterfalls were here when I heard that. But I did go up here a little bit, and well, there's nowhere to go up, and there's no paths. I can't believe that's the right place. And what I'm hearing is just a small waterfall right here by the main river. So it's not there. I took the drone up further up, and I didn't see any waterfalls. I flew for quite far. What I did see was a lot of dark clouds coming. Oh, this is so cool. So I'm actually giving up looking for the waterfall. I'll have to come back another day to find it. I'm quite exhausted from the paddling. I guess I've just kind of reached the end of the journey today. Okay. I will come back and show you Swallowtail Falls at some time. But I think I'm heading back. The water's cold. There's a lot of clouds coming in. I think they're kind of stormy clouds. Last time I looked, they were predicting some rain tonight. Maybe it'll come a bit earlier. But I'm just thinking like hot shower, solid ground. I've been flying the drone from little boulders in the middle of the river. It's very stressful. And you shouldn't be stressed out here. God, it's beautiful. Every time the sun comes out, it's really nice, and then I want to stay. But as soon as it goes behind these clouds, which are getting thicker and thicker, it gets cold, and everything loses a bit of its charm. I did go back a few days later, this time with less equipment and more direction. It's kind of windy, it's a little bit chilly, but I'm much better prepared. I've got my long johns on, I've got my undercoat on, I've got a coat this time, I've got some refreshments, and at least I know which way to go now. There's Nati waiting for me. Okay, so you've seen it going up, I'll meet you up at the rock. It's true, you must stop at the big rock and walk up the river to the left of the big rock. It doesn't look like much when you start off, but don't worry, you won't be disappointed. Make sure your canoe is well secured because the tides are hectic even this far up the river. Evidently, I just got to follow this river up and stay right. Okay, let's go. The hike up this river is sublime. The water is crystal clear, the trees are beautiful, there's tons of shade, and it's super peaceful. You have to cross the river every now and then and clamber over a large rock or two, but if you're not in a hurry, it's a really easy walk. But that doesn't mean you can take it for granted. I just slipped and smashed face first into a rock. Chipped my front teeth. Oh my God, I was like just thinking, walking. Oh, it was so beautiful, and then I got smacked in the face. Around every corner is an exceptional rock pool or waterfall. One of the waterfalls is so beautiful, you might even think you've got to Swallowtail Falls. Just keep going and stay right. We're not there yet. Swallowtail Falls ended up being even better than I expected. It was fantastic. It would have been even better without the broken teeth. It's the kind of place you want to relax at, maybe picnic and swim a bit. Although swimming is for hot days only because the sun never really reaches the bottom of the falls. Swallowtail Falls is the kind of place, I think, that you want to share with someone special. You know, gorgeous, after it happened, I nearly packed up the camp and drove home. I wanted to I want to go home! Oh, no, the paddle back was quite long, so I had time to think about it. I'm not going to give up just because I get smacked in the face once. It was beautiful. Swallowtail Falls, it's incredible. Very special place. I think it's my special place now. Yeah, listen, gorgeous. I gotta go. I got some people here. Okay. Yeah, yeah. Love you. Love you. Bye. Bye. Thanks for joining me. See you next week.